I have to tell you because I talked to a lot of folks on the podcast about this, and one of their biggest challenges is coming up with relevant thought leadership. And this is well documented, right? That 70% of B2B buyers think that the thought leadership that they read has no value for them,
Mm,
has
yeah.
no value for them, right? In fact, Forbes did a big study, outside company, wrote a big article. They gave B2B marketing, in particular thought leadership, a D minus.
Mhm.
Think about this. If your kid kept coming home with a D minus, what would you be doing?
Yeah.
You'd be like, that's unacceptable. Unacceptable. As an industry, we are accepting that, right? So how do we overcome this, right? If the
Mm,
evolution in our roles is really thinking about our customers and thinking about how we serve them first, their challenges are this. We help them on this. And this is
mhm.
really important. This is really important, but it's only a part of what they have as their challenges, right?
Mhm.
How do we evolve? How do we not get the D minus? How do we not burn our TAM by just selling? What are the kind of things that we need to be able to do to overcome these challenges?
Yeah, that's a good question. So one thing that I've seen that does work, you have to be very careful and it has to be in an early stage, is actually get some customer feedback on how your product should be used and developed. And that takes a lot of humility, one. It takes a lot of reiteration, and you have to be a lot more sophisticated because I've tried this and it actually has worked. And it's actually getting customers involved and say, hey, I really am interested in what you have to say. I think this product does this. What do you think? Really develop relationships at an early stage, which SaaS people don't have time for relationships. We have time for lead, conversation, demo, subscription. That's what we have time for. Why? Because you said it, VCs. And what do VCs like to do? They want to see metrics,
Yeah,
and they want to
absolutely.
see how fast those metrics can be accomplished. If I had the silver bullet, Steve, I would share with you and I can make a lot of money. But I think really trying to develop some key relationships at the beginning of the go-to-market stage to really involve them. And for two reasons. One, you start gaining advocacy, right? And two, you really understand on a one-to-one basis how your product is helping them. Because otherwise, if it's a sales call, let's be honest with you, you're selling. Even though we do what's called a consultative selling, where you ask questions and everything. At the end of the day, it's a pressure to sell. And that pressure usually trumps any real conversation about the problem.